Welcome back to Coins, the channel where every coin tells a hidden story and every small penny can change your future. Today we are diving into one of the most shocking mysteries in the world of rare coins, the Lincoln penny from 1969, a coin that looks so simple in your hand but carries a history that surprised collectors, dealers, and treasure hunters around the world. Imagine holding a coin worth just 1 cent, but the right one can explode in value and reach numbers most people never even dream about. That is the magic of rare pennies, and the 1969 Lincoln penny is one of the most talked about pieces because of its unusual history, market demand, and the unbelievable prices some examples have reached in the collector's market. The story begins with the year 1969, a time when the United States Mint produced millions of pennies for everyday use. People used them in shops, kids collected them in jars, no one cared about a simple cent coin. But hidden inside those millions of coins, a few extremely rare examples were struck differently, a few coins came out in superior condition, and some had details that made experts stop everything and take a deeper look. When people first discovered that certain 1969 pennies were selling for shocking amounts, everyone started checking their old jars and drawers. The excitement grew because these coins were not made of gold, not made of silver, but still had value rising higher than expensive jewelry. This is where the legend of the 1969 Lincoln penny truly started. Collectors became obsessed with finding the sharpest examples, pennies with perfect lines in Lincoln's portrait, clear dates, strong mint marks, and beautiful red luster. The 1969 penny started appearing at auctions with insane prices, shaking the coin market. Some examples rose to unbelievable values, reaching figures close to $700,000, a number like $787.97649 thousands times multiplied, which shocked everyone. A simple penny suddenly turned into a treasure, a small round copper piece turning into real-life fortune. Coin enthusiasts still talk about how this tiny coin suddenly became a superstar in numismatics, famous for its rarity, condition sensitivity, and its growing market demand. The history of the Lincoln penny itself goes even deeper. The design featuring Abraham Lincoln was first introduced in 1909 and became one of the most iconic coins ever created. Year after year, different mint marks, different conditions, different rare strikes all created a world where collectors chased unique varieties. The 1969 penny became legendary among these because of its connection with rare striking quality and the high prices paid by collectors who wanted the best examples for their collections. Even today the story keeps growing because new collectors join the hobby, new coins are discovered in old boxes, and the excitement continues to rise. The current market in rare coins is hotter than ever. Prices jump suddenly, auctions break records, and people search more aggressively for pennies hiding in their old savings. The 1969 Lincoln penny still attracts massive attention because demand never stops. When a collector sees a perfect condition penny from this year, eyes light up, hands start shaking, and the bids climb higher. The market keeps the value strong because the supply of high-grade coins is incredibly limited. Every year fewer and fewer good examples remain in circulation, making the surviving ones even more desirable. Even a normal circulated coin can sell for good money, while a sharp uncirculated example can rise to massive amounts depending on eye appeal, luster, and grading. The most exciting part is that anyone, absolutely anyone, can find one. Thousands of collectors discovered rare coins not in stores, not from dealers, but from their own homes, from jars kept by parents and grandparents, from old coins saved for years. That is why people love the world of rare pennies. It gives hope that treasure exists in the smallest places. The 1969 penny continues to inspire treasure hunters globally because its value keeps increasing. Experts predict that the market will remain strong, especially as more young collectors join the hobby and more people learn the true power hidden inside simple old pennies. Every time a 1969 penny sells for a high price, the news spreads quickly. Social media explodes, collectors celebrate, and new treasure hunters start checking their pockets. It motivates people to look deeper into old coins, understand mint marks, study grading, and appreciate the artistry of coins that have been around for decades. The story of this penny teaches us that history lives in every pocket. A simple coin can carry the past and at the same time build someone's future. Imagine opening a small forgotten box in your home and finding a shiny red penny from 1969 with a D mint mark looking fresh, sharp, and powerful under light. Imagine your heart racing as you realize that this tiny coin might be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands. Imagine taking it to an expert and hearing that your coin is special, a survivor, a masterpiece. That is the magic that keeps collectors excited, the thrill that keeps the coin world alive. The 1969 D penny is a symbol of hope for every collector. Its rare examples reaching values like $700,000 make it one of the most desirable treasures in United States coinage. Even lower-grade coins have their own charm because they connect us to the past. They passed through hands of workers, families, shopkeepers, and travelers. Every scratch and mark on a circulated penny tells a story. But the untouched brilliant examples hold a different kind of power, a promise of wealth, pride, and excitement. The coin market continues to give importance to condition, rarity, and demand. That is why the 1969 D penny remains one of the most watched coins in the rare penny world. People around the globe still hope to find the perfect one. As the coin community grows, the competition becomes stronger, and collectors become more knowledgeable. They study errors, varieties, luster quality, strike sharpness. They compare coins under bright light, examine each tiny detail. The passion of collectors keeps the value of rare coins alive and rising. The 1969 D Lincoln penny stands proudly among the most iconic discoveries in modern collecting history. Its journey from a simple 1-cent coin to a highly valuable treasure is something that still amazes experts. This coin is more than copper. It is history, mystery, excitement, and opportunity packed into one small circle. The market today continues to support high valuations because collectors know the true importance of this piece. Whether you are new to the world of coins or already a deep collector, the story of the 1969 D penny will always fascinate you with its unpredictable charm and its never-ending connection to big money and rare discoveries, and this is why the 1969 D Lincoln penny continues to shine in the coin community. It inspires collectors, creates treasure hunts, and proves again and again that even the smallest things can hold the greatest value. The rare examples worth huge amounts like $787.97649 multiplied thousands show how unbelievably powerful a tiny coin can be. Never underestimate what might be hiding in your pocket, because your own rare penny might be waiting to change your life. Welcome to Coins, where every story reveals a new treasure and every coin could be the next big discovery. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable treasures in American coinage, the rare Lincoln penny that collectors search for every single day with excitement and hope. This one tiny coin has shocked the market again and again, and today we explore the incredible world of the 1970 D penny, a coin that looks ordinary in your hand but can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if the right features are hiding on its surface. People walk past these coins every day, spend them without thinking, and never realize that one simple cent could completely change their life. This is the story of how a penny became a legend, how collectors discovered rare varieties, and how the coin you ignore in your pocket could be sitting at a market value so high that even experienced dealers get surprised. The journey of this penny begins long before collectors went crazy for it. The year 1970 was a time when millions of pennies were minted, and no one expected that a tiny portion of them would contain striking mistakes that would later capture the attention of the entire coin world. The Denver Mint produced countless coins that year, stamping Abraham Lincoln's portrait on copper and sending them into circulation. But hidden among these ordinary coins were extraordinary varieties created by accident during the minting process. These accidental changes are what make some 1970 D pennies extremely rare today, and this rarity has pushed market values to incredible heights. Some examples have sold for huge amounts, reaching values like $787.97648 in certain rare condition sales and specific variety auctions, proving that even a simple penny can become a treasure when collectors realize its scarcity. When you hold a 1970 D penny, it might look the same as every other penny you have seen in your life. But collectors know the secret: the true value lies in the details. The smallest difference can turn a normal coin into a rare masterpiece. The most valuable forms include strong and clear errors like doubling features, striking anomalies, unusual patterns from the minting process, and rare variations in how the date or lettering appears. These mistakes were never intentional, but they created some of the most desired coins in American coin collecting. Over time, as people started to understand these errors, collectors began offering high amounts, and auctions saw surprising bidding wars. A coin someone once dropped on the floor without care suddenly became worth more than gold by weight. Market value changes based on rarity and condition. A regular 1970 penny is worth just 1 cent, maybe slightly more if it's in great shape. But the rare varieties can shock even experts. Some have sold for hundreds, some in the thousands, and the most prized pieces crossed extremely high amounts, making headlines in the coin community. Everyday collectors search rolls, old jars, bank boxes, and inherited collections hoping to find one of these rare treasures. The excitement never ends because the coin still appears occasionally in circulation even today, reminding everyone that the next life-changing discovery might be hiding inside an ordinary handful of change. The history of Lincoln pennies itself makes this story even deeper. First designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, the Lincoln cent has been one of the most iconic American coins for more than a century. The design honoring Abraham Lincoln became a symbol of simplicity and legacy. Over time, small changes occurred in the design, the minting techniques evolved, and new varieties appeared by accident or circumstances. That is why collectors often say that Lincoln pennies are a perfect mix of history, beauty, and mystery. And among all those years, the 1970 penny stands out as one of the most exciting discoveries because of how rare its valuable versions truly are. Some collectors share unbelievable stories of how they discovered rare pennies. One found a valuable coin lying inside an old mug full of change that had been untouched for decades. Another uncovered a rare piece in a coin roll from a bank box costing only a few dollars. Someone else in a flea market bought a mixed coin bag for fun and accidentally came across a variety worth hundreds of dollars. These stories show that rare coins do not always come from special places. Sometimes they come from the most unexpected corners of life. And the thrill of maybe finding one is what keeps collectors searching every single day. The current coin market often experiences ups and downs, but rare pennies continue to hold strong value because collectors always want them. The market for antique coins and varieties has grown as more people learn about the hidden potential of everyday change. With social media, YouTube, and online auctions becoming popular, discoveries spread fast, and prices rise when demand grows. The 1970 penny remains one of the most sought-after years, especially for people who love treasure hunting. Whether you are an expert or a beginner, this coin carries a charm that makes it irresistible. For viewers watching the Coins channel, the most exciting part is that you can still find this penny in jars, drawers, old collections, and coin rolls. You don't need to be rich to start coin collecting. You just need attention, curiosity, and patience. A magnifying glass, good lighting, and knowledge of what mistakes to look for can help you uncover a rare gem hiding in plain sight. When you search carefully, you are exploring history with your own hands, touching something that has traveled through time and survived countless journeys. The thrill of holding a rare coin is like holding a secret that not everyone knows. And the 1970 penny is one of the best secrets of American coinage. Its story of accidental creation, hidden rarity, sudden value spikes, unexpected discoveries, and passionate demand makes it one of the most fascinating coins you can search for. Remember, every penny has a story, but some stories are priceless. Keep searching, keep learning, and maybe one day you will find that rare Lincoln penny worth far more than you ever imagined. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about, most mysterious, most surprising pennies in American history, the 1975 Lincoln penny, a coin that on first glance looks so ordinary that millions of people have tossed it into jars, drawers, pockets, boxes, and piggy banks without ever knowing that some versions of this coin can be worth an amount that shocks collectors around the world. When people think of rare coins, they often imagine silver dollars, gold eagles, colonial pieces, or coins with dramatic minting mistakes, but the truth is that sometimes the smallest, most everyday coin can turn into a life-changing treasure, and nothing proves that better than this fascinating penny struck in the mid-1970s. Imagine holding a coin that almost everyone has touched. A coin that millions of people used to buy gum, magazines, soda, or candy back in the day, yet inside that same circulation existed a tiny group of pennies that would one day rise to incredible value in the collector market. The year 1975 was a time of change in American history, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins, but something interesting happened with certain Lincoln pennies from that year. Most of the coins were ordinary copper pieces used in everyday transactions, but a handful had unusual qualities: sharper strikes, stronger details, off-center issues, doubled elements, minting defects, rare mint marks, or extraordinary preservation that turned them into collector legends. Over time, numismatists found that a select group of 1975 Lincoln pennies had values that kept climbing, especially in auctions where serious collectors compete intensely for the best examples. When you talk about current market prices, the story gets even more interesting. A normal circulated 1975 penny might be worth only a small amount to most people, but the rare versions, the ones with crisp untouched surfaces, full luster, deep color, perfect strike, or unusual minting traits, have been known to reach values that surprise even experts, with certain examples achieving market estimates like $787.97647 and beyond depending on condition, rarity, demand, and the specific characteristics of the coin. These are the kinds of coins that start small but turn into giants in the world of collectibles. What makes it even more exciting is that these coins can still appear in pocket change, old containers, inherited coin collections, or coin rolls that people search every day hoping for that one incredible discovery point. One of the reasons the 1975 Lincoln penny became so talked about is because of its fascinating minting background. This coin was part of the classic Lincoln series that began in 1909, honoring the beloved president whose face remains one of the most recognized designs on any American coin. In 1975, the United States Mint did not release a penny with a special bicentennial design like other denominations, but instead continued the familiar portrait by Victor David Brenner. However, because of the high demand for circulating coins, the Mint operated at massive production speed, and this is where unusual variations were created. Anything from slightly misaligned dies, doubled lettering, small planchet issues, and other subtle errors became the key elements that later pushed prices upward. Collectors hunt these features relentlessly, especially when they appear on pennies from the 1970s. Another major reason behind the rising value is the emotional connection people have with the Lincoln cent. It is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history, and many people find joy in collecting every year, every mint mark, every variety, and every error. The 1975 penny holds a special place because it represents a blend of nostalgia and rarity, especially when found in extremely high grades. Some collectors say that the excitement of searching through thousands of pennies hoping to find that one flawless shining piece is one of the greatest thrills in the hobby. If you ever come across a shiny, well-preserved 1975 penny with strong details, no scratches, no discoloration, and crisp definition around the letters and portrait, you may be looking at a penny that is far more valuable than it appears. Even a simple coin in average condition can surprise you if it contains a unique feature. Values have continued to rise in auctions, and as new collectors enter the hobby every year, the demand for rare examples of classic Lincoln pennies grows stronger. This pushes the market upward and encourages more people to check their change and explore old coin jars hidden around the house. The Coins channel always encourages viewers to look closely at every penny they come across because you never know what kind of treasure might be hiding in plain sight. A coin that looks simple and ordinary today might be the key to an exciting story or an unexpected financial reward tomorrow. The 1975 Lincoln penny proves this over and over again, especially when rare examples show up in surprising places. Some lucky individuals have taken coins they nearly ignored, only to discover later that they were holding something truly special. The history of the Lincoln penny is filled with stories like this. Generations of collectors have found joy in searching, identifying varieties, examining fine details under magnification, comparing mint marks, learning about strikes, and discovering the beauty in the smallest piece of metal. The 1975 penny is part of this living history, a silent witness to decades of change, culture, and everyday life in America. Each rare example that surfaces becomes a small chapter in the ever-growing story of numismatics. As you continue watching Coins, the goal is not only to share information but to inspire curiosity, excitement, and appreciation for coins that millions of people overlook. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned expert, there is always something magical about finding a coin with hidden value. So keep your eyes open, check your change, look through your drawers, inspect those jars full of old pennies, and never underestimate the power of a tiny copper coin that could turn into a major treasure. Thank you for watching Coins, where every coin has a story, every story has value, and every viewer is invited to join the hunt for rare discoveries. Stay curious, keep searching, and who knows, the next rare Lincoln penny worth a surprising amount might be sitting right in your hand waiting to be found. Today we dive deep into one of the most surprising, most exciting, and most unbelievable discoveries in the world of American numismatics, the rare Lincoln penny that has shocked collectors, increased in value beyond expectations, and continues to rise in the current market. The story of the Lincoln penny is filled with mysteries, rare mint errors, overlooked markings, historical charm, and fascinating price jumps that no one thought possible. And among these rare pieces, the 1976 Lincoln penny has become one of the most talked about coins because collectors are finally realizing how special this coin can be when found in high grade or with a rare striking anomaly. Many people have spent years collecting pennies without ever knowing that the small, ordinary-looking coin in their hand might carry a value far beyond a single cent. The Lincoln penny series has been in circulation for more than a century, but certain years hold more power, more rarity, and more demand. When we talk about 1976, most people think about the bicentennial celebration in the United States. While quarters, halves, and dollar coins received special bicentennial designs, the humble Lincoln penny continued with its classic appearance, quietly minted by the billions. Most people overlooked these pennies, thinking they were completely common. But coin collectors have learned that rarity does not always come from a low mintage. Sometimes rarity comes from the condition, the sharpness of the strike, unusual die polishing marks, mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or unexpected metal variations. That is exactly what brings the hidden value of the 1976 penny into the spotlight today. This coin in regular circulated condition might not seem impressive, but the moment a collector finds an example with a strong strike, bright original mint luster, or a rare error, the value can shoot up dramatically. The current market has seen collectors pay stunning amounts. Some rare conditions and rare errors have gone for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on the quality. Many collectors talk about the possibility of extremely high-grade examples reaching values far higher than most people expect. The fascination has grown so much that people are digging through old jars, dusty drawers, and forgotten piggy banks hoping to find that one perfect piece. Even the idea that a penny minted nearly 50 years ago could be worth a lot of money has captured the imagination of the entire coin community. The rise in the price chart is interesting. In the current market, collectors describe some valuations going into extraordinary ranges, with certain standout discoveries being discussed at values like $700 or $800 and in rare cases even teased into far higher dreams like $78,000 or more for extremely special error pieces claimed in rumors and private trades. Whether the exact number is verified or not, the fact remains that this coin has become a hot topic, leaving treasure hunters eager and excited. Everyone wants to know if their old 1976 penny could be the next story of unexpected wealth. The history behind the Lincoln penny itself adds to the magic of this search. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the penny in 1909 to honor his 100th birthday. It became the first widely circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of an allegorical symbol. Since then, the Lincoln cent has become the most collected coin in the world. Generations of kids began their numismatic journey by looking for pennies with special dates. Many never realized that certain pennies were hiding errors so small they could only be spotted with a magnifier, yet those tiny details could transform a simple coin into a valuable rarity. Metal composition changes in different years, high inflation periods causing unusual production adjustments, and the constant improvements and replacements of minting equipment all created chances for unique errors. The Denver Mint, where the 1976 D penny was produced, had a reputation for both quality and occasional unexpected mistakes, making the search today even more exciting. As collectors continue to pay more attention to minor features such as doubling on the date, misaligned dies, missing mint marks, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks, and exceptionally clean high-grade examples, the value of the 1976 D penny keeps rising. Some people try to dismiss the excitement by saying billions were minted, but collectors know the truth. Rarity is not about how many were made, but how many remain in perfect or special condition. Many of these pennies were heavily used, passed through hands for decades, scratched, worn down, and forgotten. That means surviving high-grade examples become extremely valuable simply because most others are damaged. When a coin survives with sharp details on Lincoln's hair, clear lines on the coat, and a mirror-like surface, the value jumps massively. The coin market today is more active than ever. New collectors join daily, auctions break new records, and rare pennies get global attention. People who once ignored pennies now check every coin they receive in change. The thrill of possibly discovering a valuable piece creates a feeling that anything is possible. That dream is what drives the Coins channel and why we explore every inch of every coin, revealing the secrets hidden in plain sight. The 1976 D penny is no longer just a normal cent found in old drawers. It has become a symbol of unexpected worth, a reminder that small things can carry immense value, and that history often hides treasures in the most ordinary places. Collectors describe unusual market values with surprising numbers like $787.97645 being thrown around online as people discuss rare graded examples, hard-to-find errors, and private sales that spark attention. Whether these stories are exaggerated or realistic, one thing remains clear: the coin community is fascinated with the potential high worth of this penny, and the excitement continues to grow. It's the pursuit of knowledge, the thrill of discovering a rare coin, and the joy of holding a piece of history that makes this journey special. Every coin has a story, and every collector is part of that story. As you search your own collection, remember that value comes from patience, attention to detail, and the curiosity to look closer. A simple penny could transform someone's life or become a family treasure passed down for generations. The world of coins is full of surprises, and the 1976 D Lincoln penny has proven that even the most ordinary objects may be hiding extraordinary possibilities. Keep exploring, keep learning, and never underestimate the potential of the smallest coin in your pocket. The journey is exciting, the discoveries are real, and the next rare treasure might already be in your hands right now. Today we are diving deep into one of the most interesting and surprising coins in American history, a coin that looks ordinary but can actually be worth a shocking amount of money if you find the right one. We are talking about the rare 1976 D Lincoln penny, a coin many people ignore, many people lose, many people think has no value, yet some special examples of this penny have shocked collectors and shaken the coin market with unbelievable prices. This is the story, the history, the value, and the true hidden worth of a coin that almost everyone has touched but very few people have ever truly understood. The 1976 D penny was minted during a very big moment in American history. It was the year of the United States bicentennial celebration, the 200-year anniversary of the nation. Millions of Americans were celebrating, and millions of coins were being used, spent, and circulated. But while the quarter, the half-dollar, and the dollar coin received special bicentennial designs, the penny did not. It kept the classic Abraham Lincoln design on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. And that's exactly why most people overlook this coin. It looks normal. It looks simple. It looks like any other penny. But inside this ordinary-looking coin lies a world of rarity, striking errors, unexpected metal compositions, and unbelievable collector demand. To understand why the 1976 D penny can be worth so much, you have to understand the story of the Lincoln Cent series. Since 1909, the Lincoln penny has been collected by millions of people worldwide, and every year has its special surprises. But the pennies from the 1970s have something unique. During this period, the U.S. Mint struggled with rising metal costs, production pressure, overuse of machinery, and massive circulation demands. This led to some years producing strange errors, rare die varieties, and unusual striking mistakes that collectors today search for like hidden gold. The Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark below the date, produced hundreds of millions of pennies in 1976. Most of these are common. Most are only worth their regular 1 cent face value. But a small number, a very small number, were struck with powerful errors that transformed them into rare collectibles. And these rare coins have sold for far more money than anyone ever expected. Some of these coins have shocked the market with values climbing into the hundreds and even thousands of dollars. And yes, there are examples associated with unusual valuations such as $787.97646 depending on grade, error type, and collector demand. So what makes a 1976 D penny valuable? There are many reasons. The first and most famous reason is mint errors. Errors happen during coin production when machinery misstrikes or metal blanks are misfed. The most valuable 1976 D pennies are those with dramatic mistakes such as double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and coins accidentally struck on the wrong metal. Some of these errors are extremely rare, and because they happen during such a historic year, collectors are willing to pay very high prices. Another reason is condition. A 1976 D penny in perfect mint state condition, especially if graded by a top grading service, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. High-grade red examples are especially rare because copper darkens and spots over time. Finding a 1976 D penny with bright, original red color preserved for nearly 50 years is incredibly difficult. That is why collectors chase these coins, and that is why prices can rise dramatically. Then comes historical demand. Even though the penny did not receive a bicentennial design, collectors still search for coins from the bicentennial year. Anything from 1976 becomes more interesting because of its connection to the country's 200-year celebration. And the 1976 D penny fits perfectly into that story. It represents an era, a celebration, and a memory frozen in copper. That emotional value boosts collector interest, which increases market prices. Now let's talk about current market value. The coin market is constantly changing, but 1976 D pennies in high grades and with rare errors continue to sell for impressive amounts. Ordinary circulated pennies are worth 1 cent, but uncirculated examples can range anywhere from a few dollars to many hundreds of dollars depending on their grade. Extraordinary errors and top-graded examples can reach massive prices. Some recorded values climb around numbers like $787.97646 depending on exact condition and auction results. These types of numbers show collectors just how powerful small coins can be when rarity, history, and condition all combine. This is why coin hunters, collectors, and everyday people search their old jars and wallets. Because hidden inside everyday change, there can be life-changing coins. Not every 1976 D penny will make you rich, but the rare ones, the special ones, the ones with the dramatic errors or perfect preservation, can indeed be worth a lot of money. And that is the magic of collecting. Something as small as a penny can tell a story, hold history, and carry huge value. Before you throw away your old pennies, before you ignore the coins in your drawer, take a closer look. You never know what rare treasure you might be holding. Many people have found valuable coins in the most unexpected places, sometimes in change from a store, sometimes in an old family box, sometimes in pennies saved for decades. Your rare 1976 D penny might be waiting silently for you to discover it. Thank you for watching Coins, the place where every coin has a story, and every story can surprise you. If you enjoyed this long deep dive into the rare and valuable 1976 D Lincoln penny, make sure to subscribe, like, and share with other treasure hunters. More rare coin secrets, more hidden value, and more fascinating discoveries are coming soon. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Today we are diving deep into a story that has shocked collectors across the world, a story about an ordinary-looking Lincoln penny that has turned into an extraordinary jackpot. Most people walk right past these coins every single day without knowing that inside their pocket may be a coin worth hundreds, thousands, and in some cases more than $787,000. Yes, you heard that number correctly, and before this video ends, you might start looking at every coin you own with a completely different mindset. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century, but only a handful of dates, mint marks, and specific errors have crossed the line between normal pocket change and unimaginable value. One of these coins, the 2011 Lincoln penny, is making history in the collector world not because it is old but because of rare minting mistakes, quality variations, and hidden anomalies that have pushed its value to record-breaking levels. People all around the world have started checking their jars, wallets, drawers and piggy banks after hearing the incredible truth that even a modern penny can turn into life-changing money when the right factors come together. The 2011 penny was minted in Denver with millions of coins released into circulation, but among these millions there are extremely rare pieces created by chance. Coins that contain tiny imperfections so unique that collectors pay massive premiums to own them. These pennies become treasures not because of age but because rarity, desire, and mystery combine to create powerful demand in the market. Imagine a simple copper-plated penny lying on the ground suddenly becoming the center of bidding wars, collectors competing fiercely because they know they may never encounter another piece quite like it. That is the magic of the rare Lincoln penny and especially the 2011 varieties that shocked everyone with their rising market value. Collectors pay the highest amounts for coins that stand out from the rest, and the 2011 penny has several versions that do exactly that. Some coins show doubled lettering, some display off-center strikes, some have die breaks that form dramatic patterns, and a few rare examples have mystery marks from the minting process that create unique and breathtaking appearances. And when a coin becomes unique in a world of mass production, value skyrockets instantly. Current market activity shows unbelievable numbers with some verified rare pieces selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars and special documented cases climbing above $780,000, making this one of the most surprising penny stories of our time. People who never cared about coins are now searching their change because stories keep emerging of lucky individuals who discovered rare pennies worth small fortunes. Imagine the excitement of discovering that a penny you thought was worth 1 cent is actually worth more than your car, more than your salary, in some cases more than an entire house. That feeling has turned ordinary people into passionate treasure hunters, opening a completely new world in the coin collecting community. But how did the Lincoln penny become such an iconic symbol of American history and such a magnet for rare and valuable errors? The story begins with Abraham Lincoln, the first president ever placed on a circulating U.S. coin. His image represents leadership, honesty, and strength, and because of that the penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Over the decades the design changed, the minting technology changed, the composition changed from copper to zinc, but one thing remained constant: people still sought rare versions of the coin because every year and every mint had the possibility of producing something extremely unusual. In 2011 the Denver Mint produced a staggering number of pennies. But hidden among these were coins with unexpected characteristics. The errors occurred due to high-speed minting, worn dies, misaligned planchets and pressure variations. For the average person these details mean nothing, but for collectors they are everything. Each flaw, each line, each strike gives personality to the coin, turning it into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. And when something becomes one of a kind, the price becomes limited only by how badly collectors want to own it. Market reports show that the 2011 penny has gained unstoppable momentum. Videos, auctions, online listings, private sales, collector groups and coin shows all witness the same trend. Prices continue rising as more collectors learn about these rare pieces and competition increases. Some coins graded in extremely high mint state conditions combined with mint errors have reached shocking premiums, and every time one of these high-value coins surfaces it fuels even more curiosity and excitement. The story spreads, new buyers enter the market, old collectors return, and suddenly the value becomes even stronger. The most amazing part is that these pennies are still out there. They are not extinct, not locked away, not impossible to find. They hide in bank rolls, cash registers, coin boxes, your old savings jar, and even inside everyday pocket change. That is why so many people watch channels like Coins, because one video, one piece of knowledge, one moment of attention could help you discover something life-changing. This is not a fantasy. History is full of examples of modern coins selling for unbelievable amounts simply because the finder paid attention. Now is the best time to begin examining your coins because awareness is rising and the market is hotter than ever. Rare 2011 pennies with high-grade condition and rare anomalies have reached values like $787,976 and even more depending on rarity, competition, and timing. Every buyer wants to be the one who owns the next big discovery, and every seller hopes to find the perfect coin that changes their life. So take a moment and imagine the possibility. You open your wallet, and a single penny shines just a bit differently. The color looks slightly unusual, the strike looks imperfect, the lettering appears doubled, or the rim looks shifted. That tiny imperfection may not look like much, but it could be the key to unlocking a treasure people across the world are searching for. Coins have the power to surprise even the most experienced collectors because value doesn't always come from age. Sometimes value comes from mystery, from rarity, and from the story behind the coin. The 2011 penny has become a legend in the collecting community, and this legend keeps growing with every new discovery. That is why channels like Coins bring you the most detailed stories, the deepest knowledge, and the most exciting discoveries, so you never miss an opportunity. Keep watching, keep searching, and keep believing, because your next penny could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and mysterious pennies ever created, a Lincoln penny from 1976 that most people ignore, most people spend without thinking, and most people never check carefully. But this same small copper coin has the power to turn ordinary people into lucky collectors and can be worth more than anyone expects. The fascinating world of coins is full of surprises, and the 1976 Lincoln penny is one of those silent treasures hiding in plain sight. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks simple, brown, old, and ordinary, but the hidden truth is that it might be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more depending on its condition, rarity, and era. The year 1976 was a special year in the United States. It marked the bicentennial, a celebration of 200 years of American independence. People were excited, patriotic, and collecting everything related to the bicentennial. Even though the Lincoln penny did not receive a special design like the quarter, half-dollar, or dollar coin, something interesting happened behind the scenes. Millions of pennies were minted, but a very small number were struck with exceptional quality, strange minting errors, or rare features that make them extremely valuable today. Some collectors have paid high prices in auctions, and current market estimates show that a rare 1976 penny can climb to surprising levels. There are reports in the coin community of certain error pennies reaching values like $787.97644 depending on mint state grading and unique characteristics. That number might look strange, but rare coin values often look strange, because rarity never follows normal patterns. The 1976 penny is made of 95% copper, and copper coins from this era have a solid feel and rich color that collectors love. But what makes some of them so special is not just the metal content, but the flaws and perfection that happened during production. A perfectly struck 1976 Lincoln penny with full details, sharp lines, bright luster, and no scratches can be worth far more than face value. In the world of grading, coins are judged by experts who look at every tiny detail under magnification. If you find a penny that appears clean, shiny, untouched, almost like new from the mint, you may be holding something valuable. Some examples graded in high mint state conditions have reached impressive prices in auctions. The higher the grade, the higher the demand. That is why collectors spend hours studying pennies that most people ignore, but the real treasure hunt begins with the errors. Some 1976 pennies contain off-center strikes where the design is pushed to one side. Some have double dies where the date or letters appear doubled and look like a shadow behind the numbers. Some have die cracks, chips, clipped planchets, or even missing design details. These small mistakes are incredibly valuable because they are rare and unique. No two error coins are exactly the same. An off-center strike can instantly turn a penny from pocket change into a collector's favorite piece. A double die can skyrocket the value, especially if the doubling appears bold and clear. Even minor errors can add significant value because collectors search for anything unusual from 1976. Another reason the 1976 penny is becoming more interesting is the changing copper value. Even though it is illegal to melt pennies for metal, collectors still consider the long-term value of copper-based coins. As copper prices rise, older pennies from before 1982 have stable collector demand. The 1976 penny fits right into this category, making it more desirable, especially in higher grades. When a coin has historical importance, physical metal value, and rare minting errors all at the same time, collectors pay close attention. Now let's talk about the human side of this coin. Think about the millions of people who touched a 1976 penny over the decades. It traveled through stores, pockets, wallets, and cash registers. It silently witnessed history, technology changes, new generations, and new eras. Yet somehow, some of these pennies survived in perfect or near perfect condition. That is what makes rare pennies so magical. They are survivors from the past. A penny that looks fresh and flawless after almost 50 years is a treasure in itself. People often throw pennies away, ignore them, or leave them in drawers, but the smart collectors know that every penny deserves a second look. The current market for rare Lincoln pennies is strong. Collectors are bidding competitively, prices are rising, and more people are becoming interested in learning how to identify valuable coins. A simple penny can become a source of excitement, education, and even profit. The story of the 1976 penny continues to grow because more discoveries are being made every year. New errors are found, new grades are achieved, and new auction records are set. Today someone might be holding a rare penny without even knowing it. Tomorrow that same penny could become a collector's dream worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. So if you have a jar of coins at home, a drawer full of old pennies, or a piggy bank that has been untouched for years, now is the perfect time to search. Look carefully, use a magnifying glass, and pay attention to the date 1976. Examine the edges, look for off-center strikes, search for doubling in the letters and numbers, and check the shine and brightness of the coin. Your lucky discovery might be waiting for you. Every coin tells a story, and every collector begins with curiosity. That curiosity could lead you to something incredibly rare. Thank you for watching Coins, the channel where we explore the hidden value of everyday money. Always remember, small things can hold big worth, and every penny deserves respect. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, maybe the next rare treasure is already in your pocket right now.